Security here in downtown Manhattan and all over the city is extremely tight. 3 days ago, law enforcement told us that there was a credible but unconfirmed threat of a terror attack to mark the 9/11 anniversary. The targets potentially New York City and Washington, D.C. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Bob Orr has been working his sources on this since the story first broke, and Bob is in Washington this morning. Bob, what do we know?
Well, good morning, Scott. The FBI and the CIA this morning, along with the rest of the government, all still working to determine if this potential threat is real or not. As you mentioned, an intelligence source told the CIA overseas on Wednesday that 3 al-Qaeda operatives, possibly including 2 American citizens, could carry out car bombings in New York and/or Washington sometime this weekend between September 10th and September the 12th. Now, we have to say, so far, analysts have not found any intelligence outside of that original tip to confirm the original threat. At the same time, the FBI has not been able to identify the 3 alleged operatives and cannot say with any certainty if they're in this country or not. That said, agents are continuing to search through travel records, passenger manifests, looking through a bunch of names of recent travelers who may have raised some kind of suspicion. Now, security, which was already elevated for today's 9/11 ceremonies, has been further tightened, as you might imagine. There are heavily armed patrols and checkpoints in Washington and New York, police working 12-hour shifts. The frustration in all of this, though, is there are enough specifics in the original threat information to make it credible. But sources say some of the details, Scott, of the alleged plot now seem less plausible, and that is raising some doubts.
Bob Orr in Washington, thank you very much, Bob.